move over to a different storyboard. So Plamen, it would be great if you could share with us, you know, Labcorp's recent story of how you've changed your global delivery footprint. So over to you, Plamen. Thank you.
Thank you, Kerry. And thank you, Joe. I found your story quite inspiring. Thanks to Mohan as well for sharing these insights on Vietnam as a location. I want to take the opportunity to thank as well the Global Technology and Business Services Council for the invitation and the opportunity to be the panelist today. Of course, I'm going to provide my personal perspective on globalization, and at the end of the day, being here as a representative of Labcorp, a leading life science company in the S&P 500 segment as a public company, and as well as IBEST, our professional association that is based in Bulgaria and is covering as well the Southeast European region. First thing first, good day everyone, and thank you for joining. I want to talk about our Labcorp showcase, setting up a finance shared services center in Bulgaria during the pandemic, and relate this to the globalization challenges and opportunities in the context of dynamic and constantly changing global business environment. Labcorp has set up its finance shared services center in Bulgaria during the pandemic 2021, using non-conventional ways for collaboration and knowledge sharing. And I'm proud of the courage that we have demonstrated as a company to take this decision to do it during the pandemic. You can see the outcome on the footprint of our Bulgarian center on the right. 100% university graduates, 54 of them with a master's degree, average track record of 7+ years. At the same time, we are strongly contributing to the gender diversity of Labcorp as a global company, having parity between men and women on leadership positions. Before setting up our center, we have gone through benchmarking studies that are giving a definition for low cost and high quality segment in the outsourcing industry versus low cost only. This outsourcing segment of low cost and high quality is common for Bulgaria as a location, and this is the reason why we have chosen it, aiming to get high quality services in finance and accounting, while at the same time benefit as well from the labor arbitrage. From a globalization perspective, our strategy is based on 3 pillars, and these are the access to talent pool. I think that it is clear, and each company is aiming for it. The working hours coverage is the second one, and it is critical for us as a global company operating in more than 70 countries. Diversity and inclusion is high on Labcorp's agenda, as we are aiming to drive globalization and have employees reflecting the diversity of the world in which we are living. We have chosen to go for a hybrid model, having our center in Bulgaria, supported at the same time from teams in UK and US and the third-party outsourcing provider in India. If we go to the next slide, please. The most important for Labcorp and considered as a risk from a globalization perspective relates to our corporate culture. The question that was keeping our leadership awake at night was how to maintain our culture and get our mission to improve health and improve lives embraced by our new employees. Together with our new employees, during the setup of the center, we have developed our shared services, vision, mission, strategies, culture, and valued behaviors. Of course, this was done within the framework of the global company, and we have also considered adjusting to local specifics anyway. Couple of points that I would like to highlight and share with you. As a personal story, I enjoy a lot doing the onboarding exercise with employees. And usually on the first working day, each new joiner is getting from me the standard question: why have you joined Labcorp? What do you want to achieve? The common reply that I am getting states that, okay, employees are willing to provide excellent finance and accounting services, aiming for major improvements, enabling the company to perform operations faster, better, cheaper. And you will all agree that all this sounds great, and it is right, of course. Unfortunately, I have the task then to kind of disappoint our new joiners by saying that, well, this is wrong at the end of the day. Our primary focus as Labcorp's employees is to improve health and improve life. This is our mission at the end of the day. And needless to say, there is no frustration, and the employees are embracing it. This mission is providing to our employees the sense of belonging to a bigger family and helping them to get to the one team mindset that we want to achieve. I would like to share as well the collaboration culture that we are nourishing, aiming to build trustworthy relationships that matter and avoiding working in silos. I guess that many of you are getting annoyed when you hear the statement from employees: I have performed my part of the process and the next step is with the business. I have to admit that during my experience in the sourcing industry, I have heard it multiple times as well. I'm not hearing this at Labcorp, and I really want to believe that this is thanks to the culture that we have developed during the setup of the center. Ownership mindset, breaking the silos in which each team and individual operates, and having this sense of belonging of our employees to one team, one Labcorp team. If we move to the next slide, and I could pause on the previous slide if there would be any questions related to Labcorp showcase, because I'm going to talk now about Bulgaria's location. Anyway, I can take any questions after as well. What you're seeing is a picture of Sofia at dawn. Sofia is a nice European capital city, providing a lot of opportunities. Couple of facts about Bulgaria as well. Bulgaria is in the top 10 countries. Recently, not quite sure, still should be, if not in the top 10, at least top 20. Top 10 countries in the world with fastest mobile internet connection. And almost 50% of the population speaks at least one foreign language. In terms of cultural and historical heritage, Bulgaria ranks third in Europe. And some fun facts, it may sound as a fake news, but actually Mark Zuckerberg is having a Bulgarian origin. It's a fact, actually. He was even named after his Bulgarian grandfather, Marko, who emigrated in 1940 to the US. And the Bulgarian yogurt, probably all of you have heard about it. Its unique consistency is based on the Lactobacillus bulgaricus bacteria, which cannot be found anywhere else in a natural environment, but in Bulgaria. Good, let's go to the next slide and get some numbers about Bulgaria's allocation. One competitive advantage of Bulgaria is related to the taxation rates. Bulgaria is having a 10% flat corporate income tax and personal income tax. It's a flat rate that has not been changed for decades already, which is one of the lowest in the European Union. In terms of stability, even during difficult times, as the current geopolitical situation and the pandemic, Bulgaria is enjoying to be stable and having high credit ratings as being provided from Fitch, Moody's, Standard & Poor's. Bulgaria is a country on a crossroads, and we are usually joking that in general everyone avoids to stay for a long time on a crossroad, and we Bulgarians were aiming to build a country on a crossroad. It is, of course, a challenge and at the same time an opportunity from a geopolitical perspective, particularly nowadays in the context of an increasing globalization. We have as a location the infrastructure that we need in terms of airports and highways. We are having free exports to the countries of the European Union, as Bulgaria is a member of the European Union. And due to our strategic location, we have the access to Asia and Africa, Middle East. As a European Union country, there are more than 40 trade agreements that we have with 80 countries. And as most of you probably know, Bulgaria is a member of the European Union, NATO, and the World Trade Organization. Some key facts about the sourcing industry. It is booming, and this trend is to be seen since more than 15 years. At the moment, the sourcing industry is accounting for approximately 6.6% of the gross domestic product of the country, expected to dramatically expand though by 2024 to 11.2%. In terms of full-time equivalents in 2020, reflecting to the proportion of the gross domestic product, we are having more than 77,000 FTEs in 2020 and are expecting 112,000 by 2024. Talent pool, 51 European university to which we have the access. And particularly for Bulgaria, this means more than 20,000 graduates annually suitable to be hired. Labor arbitrage is also to be mentioned. Cost of living index in Sofia is 43.15. And a family of 4 as an estimated costs per month in Sofia without rent would be around $2,000. I think that this is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you again for the opportunity to showcase Labcorp Shared Services Center in Bulgaria's location. Last week we have celebrated our first anniversary here, enjoying quite positive feedback from our leadership and stakeholders for the services that we are providing. This is a pretty smooth operation that I'm running, which makes me feel very comfortable spending hour and a half with you today, sharing thoughts and best practice. Thank you for the attention.
Okay, thank you very much, Plamen. Right, we've got 2 very quick questions, if you don't mind, that are very specific to what you've just been talking about. So the first is, obviously, you weren't the person that made the decision on Bulgaria from Bulgaria, but where was the decision for Bulgaria actually made from?
Our headquarters is based in the US, so this is where the decision was made.
Right, okay, thank you. And then it's a similar sort of question, but how much of Labcorp's culture, you know, you were talking about the culture that you've actually got there within the team, and how, you know, that there isn't that, right, I've just done the process, let's hand it back to the company. So the question is, how much of Labcorp's culture in Bulgaria is local versus that being actually very much a global culture?
Oh, it's a nice question. So difficult, not that easy to answer it, I believe. But in terms of culture, I would say that there is a good balance, local culture versus corporate culture, and there are common values that our employees are embracing when they're looking at the corporate culture. Anyway, we have adjusted the corporate culture and the framework of the corporate culture to our local specifics when it comes to finance and accounting, the way in which we are operating, focusing on the collaboration between us as a center and our stakeholders that may be based in different countries working for other departments. This is what we wanted to nourish and to foster. In terms of percentage, I don't know. I believe that locally we're having the culture to embrace the common values that we're aiming for at Labcorp as a global company.
Okay, excellent.